Little hummingbird. Hey everybody, it's Sadie. I wanted to check in and say hi to KingsHeart and just kind of chit chat about a few things that I saw that were going on in the group. One, just say hello too. I got the bleach filter on here. I got so many zits on my face this week. I owe it to myself to use the bleach filter. We could really go light here. But anyways, facial blemishes aside, I wanted to come on and say hello. Wish you all well, right? I want to wish everybody a lot of good vibes, but I also want to comment on something that I saw posted in the group. I got a kid waving at me from the window there. So anyways, let me know how you all are doing, whether you watch us now or later. I wanted to comment on the idea that this group is not a dumping ground for people's problems and for issues that are going on in people's lives. So what I did was I went to the group page, and I invite you to do this as well. Go to the group page. There's a section, like you scroll across, there's a section that talks about the information, the group's intentions, the rules, the expectations of the group. So I went ahead and reviewed that for myself, and I think everybody in the group should go read the rules, go read like it was like what Steven intended when he started this group. I think it's a good refresher. It basically was supposed to be a safe place for people to come and talk about whatever it was that they need to talk about. So now I want to just let you know that the guiding light in my life is to try, and that word is typed in bold, TRY, in the biggest font you can imagine, is to try to be positive as much as I can and, try to live my life in such manner. However, I am not one to sugarcoat stuff in my life if I think that it needs talked out or worked out. So I don't think it's a good idea for us to hang out in this group with the expectation that you only have to be positive and you only have to be feeling good, whether or not you're feeling good or not. That I don't think that was Steven's intentions. I think if I could pick out some key words, his intentions were support, encouragement, and praise. Right? So that's the one thing that everybody's missing right now with Steven's energy is that, regardless of where you were at, he would praise you and tell you you're doing great and you got this, and he was incredible at that. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be able to fill his shoes with doing that. I know I don't think I can, although I do agree with him. So anyways, another person I saw was saying like, well, who cares where Steven is? And not to point out the obvious, but this is his group. He started it, so that's why people care where he's at. It was a group for him to support others, but also in turn for him to be supported on his journey as well. So that's my understanding. So, and with one click of a button, he could delete this group too, but he didn't. He didn't because I think that he wants us to support each other and he wants us to be here for each other and to praise each other, encourage each other, give advice when appropriate to each other. But yeah, this is a group definitely I think where you can express whatever it is that you want or need to express. So more on sugarcoating the bullshit in your life. I don't think that's ever a good idea. I mean, that fake it till you make it only takes you so far. It is somewhat effective, but also you got to deal with your issues. You have to deal with your issues. So one thing is if you're asking someone to change their behavior so you can feel better, well, that's something that you need to deal with. But also, I think it's good to have a group where people can come in and say, hey, I'm having a really rough day because of this, and that, and someone else might have the specific golden nugget of wisdom to share with that person. So will everything resonate with everybody? No. So what do? Well, you have a couple of choices. One, maybe this isn't the group for you. So yeah, like, you know, if you noticed that maybe this group wasn't jiving for you, and you express that, that's fine, because you're allowed to express that. But if you come back a second time and express that, I just want to say to you that I don't think you're listening to your intuition and your guidance. You're ignoring yourself. Like, you already tapped in to the feeling that it wasn't for you, but yet here you still are. So you're not paying attention to your intuition and your wisdom and your guidance. So anyways, on that note, I want everyone to be here who wants to be here. Although in a lot of ways, I totally get how Stephen may have needed a break. I need a break all the time. Like, in my own life, I need a break all the time from everything. And I often take a week off and unplug. And Facebook is an interesting place, as I'm sitting here beside a wasp. Yeah, Facebook is full of wasps, full of negativity, full of things that could get you going. It's up to you, you know, to pare down your news feed. It's up to you to snooze people for 30 days. It's up for you to block people. It's up for you to leave groups. So you do what you got to do. But I think what I'm trying to definitely leave you with is, under no circumstances do I think that Stephen would want anyone to feel like they could not come in here and have a safe place to express themselves. So on that note,
what happened to the biscuits?
I think I ruined the biscuits. On that note, I baked biscuits. Talk about sad news. The recipe, I just saw it said flour, but when I looked a little closer, it was self-rising flour. And I used all purpose. So if you know anything about baking, you know that I ruined the damn biscuits. So anyways, there's always things in our life that, like, maybe aren't going so well. And I do think it's a good idea to focus on the positive. I think gratitude is important. I think managing what you think about in your mind is key for manifesting better things in your life. So yeah, it is good advice to focus on the positive. Absolutely. Yes, it really, really is, because what you think about, you get more about. However, I'm not a fan of sugarcoating bullshit, like I said, because if you have a problem and you have an issue, pretending like it isn't there isn't exactly healing it, right? So you're just putting a Band-Aid on with that fake smile, and I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be fake with this group. And I don't think Stephen would either, although I cannot speak for Stephen. I did go to message him, and yeah, his account is deactivated for this time being, but I know from past experience, you know, you can just as easily reactivate it and come back when you feel refreshed and rejuvenated. So anyways, definitely leave your comments and your thoughts, and what you think about all of that, and what would you like this group to manifest into? What would you like for it to be with you? What kind of things do you want to share? Maybe without Stephen, there is no group, right? I mean, I'm kind of open to all possibilities, right? If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, great. If it turns into something different, great. I could totally be open to contributing whatever I can. I love to pull oracle cards. If we wanted to have like a weekly card reading session, I would do that for the group if people in the group wanted it. If not, I'm not going to push that on anybody, because I have my own YouTube channel to do that with. I can go push myself to people who don't want me on my own YouTube channel. So I'll probably post this on YouTube too, because people every once in a while like to check in and hear that I've completely screwed up dinner again. Apparently the type of flour that you use really matters a lot. So anyways, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say. I do just want everyone to feel good, to be honest with themselves, what you're going through, where you're at. I think it's great to express, not just to single anybody out, but Mama Angela, who came on here the other day, the anniversary of her son's death, and we offered her the support and love that we could for that type of situation. I mean, what can you really say to someone with that kind of heartache? But would I want her to feel like she couldn't come in here and say she was having a bad day? Are you kidding me? I'm glad that she had this group to come to. Those of us who wanted to offer support did, okay? And those who didn't, you know, or couldn't, because that's just really hard. It's a hard topic for anyone to approach. You know, they didn't. And someone drew her a picture of her son. And I just feel like it's a bad idea to ask people to not share their problems and not complain. One, because they need this space. And two, sometimes it's just fun to bitch and moan. And then we can come together and try to feel better. So anyways, totally open to suggestions, totally open to helping this group in any way that I can. Let me know what you think. And yeah, please reread the group, the rules, guidelines, intentions, and then play on that. And then, yeah, I mean, if it dissipates because the founder's gone, so be it. I know. You kind of just have to go with the flow with all things. So anyways, on that note, you guys, I'm going to go get the chicken out of the oven so I don't screw up that, and check the rice so I don't burn that, and stir the soup to go with the brick hard biscuits. Goodness gracious. Me in the kitchen. Scary.